talking about, the West Coast ain't you and you ain't, you ain't this and you ain't that and you siding with and that. When y'all heard me say a mother thing about who I'm siding with or this and that, I'll be in my own lane chilling.
In the ever-evolving landscape of hip-hop rivalries, few have captured the attention of fans and industry insiders quite like the ongoing tension between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. However, it's not just the principal players who find themselves under scrutiny. The Game, a veteran of West Coast rap, has inadvertently become a focal point in this saga, his actions and allegiances dissected with an intensity that reveals much about the complexities of loyalty, fame, and the hip-hop community. The controversy surrounding The Game began to take shape in April when he appeared to endorse Drake by posting a video of himself listening to the Canadian rapper's 2015 track, Energy. The timing was significant, coming shortly after Drake's release of Push-Ups in response to Kendrick's verse on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. The Game's caption, quoting Drake's lyrics, "I got rap that I gotta act like I like," seemed to many a clear alignment with Drake in the brewing conflict. This move immediately drew criticism from fans who accused The Game of betraying his West Coast roots by siding against Compton's own Kendrick Lamar. The backlash was swift, highlighting the deep-seated loyalties and regional pride that continue to play a significant role in hip-hop culture. However, The Game's position in this conflict has been anything but consistent. In a move that has become characteristic of his approach to the situation, he later deleted the post supporting Drake, leaving fans and observers to speculate about his true allegiances. This wavering stance has become a point of contention, with many questioning The Game's integrity and commitment to his professed values. As the conflict between Kendrick and Drake escalated, The Game's attempts to navigate the situation became increasingly convoluted. He made public statements claiming equal love and respect for both artists, seemingly trying to play both sides of the fence. This balancing act reached a new level of complexity when The Game took to social media to criticize the entire beef as watered down, even taking a swipe at J. Cole for apologizing to Kendrick and bowing out of the conflict. The Game's boast that his level of disrespect has no limit and that he can actually rap seemed to position him above the fray, suggesting that neither Kendrick nor Drake could match his lyrical prowess. This self-aggrandizing stance, however, has been met with skepticism from fans and industry figures alike, many of whom see it as a transparent attempt to remain relevant in a conversation that has largely moved past him. The situation came to a head with Kendrick Lamar's surprise pop-up concert in Inglewood on June 19th. The event, which many saw as Kendrick's victory lap in his feud with Drake, was notable not just for who was there, but for who wasn't. The Game's absence was glaring, particularly given the show's location in the heart of the West Coast hip-hop scene. Kendrick's performance was laden with symbolism, from his Tupac-inspired outfit to the multiple performances of Like That, each iteration seeming to drive home his dominance in the conflict with Drake. The presence of other West Coast luminaries, including Dr. Dre, YG, and DJ Mustard, only served to highlight The Game's absence. In response to the speculation and criticism surrounding his non-attendance, The Game took to social media once again, this time to defend himself and deny any betrayal of the West Coast. His lengthy statement emphasized his long-standing commitment to the region and his role in supporting other artists. He name-dropped various West Coast figures, including Dr. Dre and the late Nipsey Hussle, in an attempt to bolster his credentials and reaffirm his loyalty. However, The Game's protests ring hollow in light of revelations from Kendrick's camp. DJ Head, a close associate of Kendrick, has confirmed that the concert included subtle disses aimed at The Game. The moment when Dr. Dre whispered, "I see dead people" before Kendrick's performance of Like That was, according to DJ Head, a direct reference to The Game's track One Blood, which opens with a similar line. This calculated move suggests that, contrary to The Game's assertions, Kendrick and his circle view him as having chosen sides and not theirs. The situation calls to mind 50 Cent's past characterization of The Game as bipolar, a description that seems increasingly apt in light of his inconsistent behavior throughout this conflict. 50 Cent's observation that The Game's career has been marked by flip-flopping and extreme emotional swings appears prescient, offering a possible explanation for his current predicament. Fans and industry observers have been quick to point out The Game's history of shifting allegiances and provocative behavior. Many see his current actions as consistent with a pattern of disloyalty and attention-seeking that has marked his career. From his fallout with 50 Cent to his various beefs and reconciliations over the years, The Game has developed a reputation for unpredictability that now seems to be catching up with him. This situation raises important questions about loyalty, authenticity, and the nature of hip-hop beef in the modern era. In a genre that has long prized realness and staying true to one's roots, The Game's apparent willingness to switch sides, or at least to try to play both sides, has been met with widespread disapproval. It highlights the continued importance of regional identity in hip-hop, even as the genre becomes increasingly global. Moreover, The Game's predicament underscores the challenges faced by veteran artists in maintaining relevance in a rapidly evolving musical landscape. His attempts to insert himself into a conflict between two of hip-hop's current titans can be seen as a bid for attention, a way to remain part of the conversation in an industry that often prioritizes youth and novelty. The consequences of the game's actions extend beyond mere public perception. His exclusion from Kendrick's star-studded event in Inglewood signals a potential isolation from the West Coast hip-hop community that he has long claimed to represent. This ostracization, if it persists, could have significant implications for his career and legacy. As this saga continues to unfold, it serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of consistency and loyalty in hip-hop. The game's attempts to navigate this high-profile beef have backfired, leaving him in a precarious position that threatens to overshadow his considerable talents as an MC. Ultimately, the game's situation in the Kendrick-Drake feud is a microcosm of larger issues within hip-hop culture. It raises questions about how artists balance personal relationships, regional loyalties, and career ambitions. It also highlights the intense scrutiny that comes with fame in the social media age, where every post, comment, or absence can be dissected and interpreted by fans and critics alike. As the dust settles on this latest chapter in hip-hop history, the game finds himself at a crossroads. His next moves will be crucial in determining whether he can rebuild bridges within the West Coast community and re-establish his credibility with fans. Whether he can navigate these turbulent waters and emerge with his reputation intact remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that in the high-stakes world of hip-hop rivalries, choosing sides, or attempting not to, can have far-reaching consequences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You are watching Hot Gossip. Bye!